This is Chuck Huber, the voice of Android 17. You're listening to Anime Seekers. You better be, or I'm coming for you. Dragon of the Darkness, Flame!
Toku Secrets is a podcast run by the Anime Secrets website. Check us out at animesecrets.org for more anime, video game, tokusatsu content. Remember to follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts today.
Hey guys, I'm Hunter Dino. I'm your Pink Dino Fury Power Ranger and your Red Cosmic Fury Power Ranger, and you're listening to Toku Secrets Podcast.
Welcome to Toku Secrets. Join us as we journey into the marvelous world of Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Power Rangers, and many other tokusatsu. Get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. It's Morphin time! Link to the Morphin. I'm Nathan Desai, the dazzling adventurer, Spoken Silver.
I'm Patrick Allen, I'm Shinken Red.
And I'm Rizwan Merchant, Gokai Red.
And I'm Anthony Davis, also known as Curie Green. And we're Toku Secrets.
What is going on, guys? This is the Toku Secrets podcast presented by animesecrets.org, and today Rizwan and I have three awesome guests on here. We have That Love Muffin, Thepzilla, and Red Ranger Truck. These three great gentlemen are the runners of a big Toku event in San Antonio, Texas. It is called the Morphinominal Expo, which this year is supposed to take place from August 10th to 11th in 2024 at the Deco Event Center. And we're just going to have them on here for a little bit. We're going to talk with them, just kind of get to know them a little bit. And also we're going to let them, do a little bit of advertisement for their big event, because I think, I can speak for all Toku fans when I say that it was always kind of a pain to have to fly all the way to California just to have that one big convention in Power Morphicon. And I made it clear in my big promotion video for Ranger Stop and Pop that I appreciate having a fan convention here in Atlanta. And now the people of Texas have one in San Antonio, which is a lovely city. I've been to San Antonio once or twice when I was living in Texas.
Yeah. Which is fantastic for me because I'm a resident of Texas. And so, Nate, you have your home con, and I'll have my home con. But I'll still come to Ranger Stop with you every year because that's also fun.
Yeah. And maybe every once in a while, me and the wife can come over and check you guys out. Check out Morphinominal Expo.
Oh, yeah.
We had a few people from Atlanta a couple years ago. What is his name? Devi Synchro or something like that. DEV something. He wears a Kamen Rider X8 cosplay. He came one year from Atlanta. I don't know if you guys know who he is.
No, I can't say I know him.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm really excited. So I found out about Morphinominal last year, but due to personal family stuff, I couldn't make it out to the convention. But this year, definitely going to make it out there to hang out with these lovely people and hang out with all these amazing guests they're bringing. Because, guys, they have some awesome people coming out to this con.
Yeah, one of the
That's a
big
stack
ones.
one this year. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is yet another con that's going to be getting a Sentai actor. I mean, I'm personally pretty psyched to meet Ozawa Ryota here at MomoCon in a couple of weeks. But these people have
nice
the very lovely Chiba Reiko, who played May, Terra Ranger, which I know Riz is looking forward to meeting her. And I actually met her at Power Morphicon, I want to say 8 years ago, and she was pretty nice. She was awesome.
Man, it's been that long.
I remember I got an autograph from that convention from somebody of all the Zyurangers.
So when she signs, does she sign in like Japanese or is it like American?
Honestly, I have to go look at my autograph book and
signature?
see. Nathan, do you know?
So I got her to sign next to I got all of the pretty much every Zyuranger except Blue and Green were there. And I got them all to sign my DVD case. And I do remember her signing her name in Japanese, but then she wrote on the side May in English, Romanji with the little
Okay.
smiley face right next to it. So, but most of the Sentai actors that I've met write their names in Japanese.
Kind of
Okay.
what I
Yeah,
figured as much.
that's really awesome though.
That's cool. I
And I
like
mean,
it.
they have some other really solid Rangers that are coming down to this event. But you know what? Let's talk so much, Nathan. Let's let them tell us who are the guests that we have coming.
Yep, totally. Go ahead, guys.
Okay. Let me go. Let me go. So I think maybe what is the first convention? 17. I think I met
2017.
Yeah, I met Catherine and Nakia years before that at a convention like in Midland. I forgot where it was, but I met them. We became cool. I think I repainted one of Nakia's Zeo Yellow Ranger helmet because it was all scratched up and banged up. So I did that for her at the time, and we just stayed kind of close. So when we decided to do more phenomenal, we are just like, no question, let's bring Kat and Nakia to the show. Um, so that was pretty badass. Then we got Steve Cardenas. Um, he's local from San Antonio. So with him he was supposed to do another convention, and I don't know what happened, but he ended up canceling, and he had told everybody, he wanted to come to San Antonio and to tag us in the post. So when we saw that he wanted to come to more Phenomenal, it was just like, let's make it happen. Who else do we got? Silhouette Ward. So if you guys don't know, Tracy Lynn Cruz, she's local to San Antonio, and I was trying to do like that the first 3 seasons, the era of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to like in space. So I was trying to get like those cast members to come to this show. So that's why I got Silhouette.
Now we finally got him. Got TJ.
Yeah,
One of my
TJ.
favorites. So I'm very excited.
Yeah.
The goat.
He is the GOAT.
Really? Y'all really like JT that much? Y'all think he's a GOAT?
Well,
That's how much he don't mess with TJ.
He's one of my goats. Not
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
he's
not
definitely
the
one of my
GOAT,
goats.
but he's definitely one of the better Rangers throughout the franchise, in my opinion. Definitely, to me, probably top 3, top 5. No, definitely top 3 for Blues. Reds, he's probably closer to like the top 10, top 15, if I had to guess. But he's a much better Blue Ranger, in my opinion, because he really shone so bright in space. That was such an amazing season for me.
Okay.
The one place where I'll say that he is undisputedly the GOAT, at least in my opinion, is he's the best African American Ranger in like the whole franchise. So like if we're talking about like TJ and like pair him up with like Damon from Lost Galaxy or someone like that, he would be my favorite of those the characters that
we actually had Reggie Rolls also. We had Reggie Rolls the first year.
That's awesome.
Him and his wife were awesome. Yeah, dude, they were awesome. They had told us they don't really get invited to too many conventions, and that was
wild.
crazy.
Oh, that totally sucks. Because I met him at one Power Morphicon, and he was a totally awesome guy. That sucks that he doesn't get invited.
Yeah, really cool guy.
Dude, they were all there to meet his wife too. Like she had a line.
Hey, Ranger Stop and Pop, how about you invite him? Because I'd like to meet him again. You listen to this Ranger Stop and Pop?
They might actually listen to this too.
There you go.
But yeah.
Not a bad choice, I have to say.
Might have to bring him back.
Yeah, bring him back. I mean, I'd love to be able to meet some of the post-Zordon era Rangers because, I don't know, I think most of the Rangers I've met are from the early Zordon era and then the later Nickelodeon, Hasbro era. I don't really have too many from the middle, except for the Time Force group. I've met most of them.
Yeah. That's so originally More Phenomenal. We weren't supposed to have like Mighty Morphin for some reason. It was like the unwritten rule. We do not bring Mighty Morphin. For the longest, it was like, don't bring Austin, don't bring David, don't bring Walter. None of the originals. That was the rule. Do not bring them because you could see them
Yeah.
everywhere in Texas. Because everybody wants Mighty Morphin for some
Well,
reason.
Mighty Morphin's the moneymaker
Well, yeah.
for the franchise.
Yeah, I understood that. See, like that guy, Red Ranger truck. Come on, his truck says it all.
The sombrero.
Yeah, his
It's so
sombrero
cool. I
too.
love that sombrero. I love it.
But yeah, what are some of the other guests that you have? Because you stopped at like Selwood and like Tracy Lynn Cruz, I think. Do you have anybody else?
So we shot Tracy Lynn Cruz an invite. So hopefully she says yes. We are working on another Zyuranger, but the agent just told me I can't announce it till next month. She said.
Darn.
Okay.
Yeah, but like
You
I
don't want to
said,
ruin all the surprises so
yeah,
quickly.
it's Zyuranger, so just believe me, it's gonna be worth it. Like
If you
basically,
have two pair of socks on, right? Like I said, if you have socks on, make sure it's two pairs because once you hear the announcement, it's gonna knock off that first pair of socks. I'm just telling you. Okay?
Well,
Yes.
joke's on you. I don't wear socks most of the time when I'm home, so we're good.
And you'll
Well,
be
I'm ready.
ready when you hear the news. You're
I'm
going to
gonna
be
need
ready.
you to get a pair of socks just for that announcement, and then no more
Okay,
socks.
let me go on
They have 'em
Amazon
knocked-
and buy some Green Ranger socks, and I'll put them on. You can knock them off me.
We can
There
do
you
that.
go. And you can
there you go.
There you go.
go right back to having them knocked off.
Yeah.
But besides some of the guests, well, sorry, Thepzilla, you can go ahead.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Let's
Yeah,
go.
so,
Let's go. Next question.
Oh, go ahead, Nate.
No, Rich, you can go. I already
Okay.
asked one question.
Yeah, so I was
you
going to
can go
ask y'all.
next.
So we have some amazing guests coming out this year to Morphinominal. What else can we as the fans expect for this 2-day event we have coming up? Panels, cosplay contest. What other events do we have?
Yes, so yes, usually we do have a cosplay contest. We have a Google form you got to fill out now because it would get like crazy and unorganized. So we got that under control. We have a panel form, so if any of y'all want to do a panel, let us know. So where we're having it this year, it's kind of different. So it's called the Deco area, and like so in this little area, there's a virtual reality gaming room. There's a D&D like comic book shop. There's a theater there, and we'll be on the top floor. So there's stuff to do. There's pizza across the street. There's just everything in that little space you're able to
Awesome.
do this year. There's
Yeah,
a vendor
that's awesome.
area. There's a vendor area. Then we're gonna have a panel room. So, and I think a couple years ago, we had what was it? The Power
Battle for the
Ranger
Grid.
game.
The battle for the grid.
Yeah, so
tournament.
I think we might set that up because people were asking for that also. Might do that again. But like I said, we're all ears to making it a great experience for everybody. We take everybody's opinion to make
So
it better.
here's a hot take from somebody who
Okay.
has been doing conventions for, God, do I really want to admit that it's been 20 years? Oh, man.
Oof.
Yeah, I've been
Lord.
doing this for almost 20 years now. I just realized when talking to a friend the other day that I've been going to conventions for quite some time. Starting with Akon in Dallas many, many moon ago. So one thing I think would be really cool to do as a Power Ranger Toku convention would be to stream or to have like a video room just playing either Sentai or Power Rangers or something, like a viewing room, like how the anime conventions have that anime room. I think that'd be pretty solid because I've noticed a lot of people are interested in Sentai and Toku, but they don't necessarily go out of their way to watch it until somebody drags them into it. So, for example, I don't even think Nathan knows the story about me, but the reason I watched my first Sentai is because a friend of mine in college told me, "Hey, Rizwan, there's a season of Super Sentai, which, if you don't know, is Japanese Power Rangers, and they're basically transforming into every season of Power Rangers going back to like the 70s. You might want to check this out because it's pretty cool looking. And that's how I got into it. So, just having that accessibility and promoting different stuff. It could be Ranger, it could be Toku, whatever you want it to be, but I think that'd be a really cool idea.
No, so you're totally right. So not last year, but the year before that, we had a room dedicated to all Toku stuff. We were showing Kamen Rider all weekend in that room. And
Ooh.
that's what those guys were talking about. They're like, you guys need to bring that back. It was a great place to hang out. Let's do it, so we're gonna do that as well again. We're gonna try to set up a room where they'll just be playing Toku all day, Kamen
Yeah,
Rider, Ultraman, Gridman, Super Sentai, just all
that
the
would be
good stuff.
awesome. Because I know Ranger Stuff and Pop, they had
Yeah.
a viewing room, but it wasn't all day. So they played the OG 95
hmm
movie, and then they played Turbo later in the day, I think. So they did a little bit, but it wasn't like all day. You could go in there and just chill. And yeah,
No, so that's what ours was. Like people like those guys chilled in there all day, and they were like,
Non-stop streaming.
yeah, they were there all day, and they're like, this was the best thing about the convention. We were able to just hang out and watch what we liked
yeah,
to
and I
get
mean
together.
that to me. So my first time going to any kind of Toku convention was last year with Nathan when I went to Ranger Shop and Pop Atlanta.
Okay.
And, it's kind of a beautiful thing to be in a place where the entire convention is there for your fandom. There's no like silly fandom wars like how you have in the anime convention or the sci-fi convention where, oh, are you team Star Wars? Are you team Star Trek? Are you team My Hero Academia or Demon Slayer or whatever? This is purely, we're all fans of tokusatsu, we're all fans of Power Rangers, um, and we're just here to bond. I mean, we can literally stop anyone in the room and have some kind of meaningful conversation. I think that's the best part of attending a convention like you guys or, PMC or Ranger Stop or whoever is doing this kind of thing.
What is it? I will
Yeah, you
say
definitely know what you're getting into.
for sure. And real quick, if I can may add, if we're on the subject of bonding, I mean, what great way to bond with your fellow Power Ranger fan, like the VIP package we have with the Pink Ranger for Rico Chiba. For $300, you're gonna get a VIP dinner with her. It comes with the autographed photo, and it comes with the exclusive tea. I mean, I think it's cool. Not a lot of other places offer something of that magnitude to have like that intimate setting with a Power Ranger. At least I know PMC has that, but to have that here local to
No,
Texas, I think that's pretty
that's a
cool
huge
too.
thing. And you're right. So coming from the world of other conventions, I mean, I've done packages like that in the past for several different conventions, and I've never regretted it. It's always a great time to meet actors and actually get to hang out with them. Because the thing that I want to stress to the audience listening to this from back home, you know, it's one thing to meet, Nakia or Catherine and have that 5-second fangasm of, oh my god, I'm meeting the OG Ranger. But getting down getting to sit down with them and have a meal and just talk about random stuff, that's the cool experience. And I mean, Nathan, you can kind of speak to this a little bit in a different way because you and Anthony's our other podcast host. You guys had some weird and awesome adventures in PMC that should not have ever happened with different Ranger actors and dinners and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, when so it was I believe, yeah, it was 2018. Anthony and I went to Anthony and I were at Power Morphicon, and after the day had basically wrapped up, we went to a steakhouse to get dinner, and a Power Ranger actor was there. And I can't. It's the guy who played the Gold Ranger on a Ninja Steel. I believe the character's name was Levi. His name was his name was
Mhm.
Jordy, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
Jordy.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
funny thing is that we had ran into him in the hotel around the time that he was arriving for the convention, and he saw us and he remembered us and he decided to come and sit with us, and we just chilled, we talked, he stayed with us for a long time. He was really fun, really cool guy. And then um, as if it was kind of destiny. The following morning, when we were getting ready to leave to go to the airport, we were taking a shuttle to the airport, and a guy was on our shuttle was Davey Santos, ironically enough, another Gold Ranger, the guy who played Ivan on Dino Charge. And he allowed us to take a picture, and he said, "Oh, you two are the guys that Jordy said he hung out with. Yeah, he said that you guys were really awesome. Yeah, and he had a fun time with you guys. That was a really fun experience. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
You want to hear
Nice,
my fun experience at Power Morphicon in
let's go for it, man.
2016?
Oh, go for it. Oh, I was at that
Okay,
convention. Too bad I never ran into you.
so dude, I was just a little ant in the fandom. So I took my family out there to Power Morphicon 18. Then we went to the after party, and it was Megaforce Blue was wasted there at the after party, like drunk. It was ridiculous. I was just like, oh man, and he was just there, cool, just pounding them down, pounding them down. I was like, oh shit. I didn't have like the balls to go up to him and like, hey, what's up? I respected him and gave him his space, and just watched from a distance.
He was already having a good time already.
Yeah,
on
he was
his
already
own.
having a
He
good
was
time.
good.
I wasn't gonna bother him.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the story I'm about to tell, I told the story already in our interview with Hector David Jr. What, like 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. And so we were at Ranger Stop and Pop last year, and Nathan had gone home for the night. He lives in the area, so he could just go home like that. But me and a friend decided, you know what? There's an after party. We have nothing else to do. Let's go hang out. And so we go down to the after party, and we see a bunch of people dancing. We see a lot of Rangers just hanging out, cutting it loose, having a good old time. And there's Hector David Jr. just chilling, dancing, having a good time. And this little girl couldn't have been more than maybe 6 years old, goes running up to him. I guess they'd met earlier in the day. So she goes running up to him. He leans down, hugs her, and she said she liked his, role as a Power Ranger. And he said, "Okay, you're gonna do me a favor. You gave me a big hug. Now I want you to turn around and give your dad a big hug and wish him Father's Day, because the next morning was Father's Day." And that was such a really sweet moment where we're not talking about if you could, we're not asking like the stereotypical questions of these guys like, if you could choose any color to be, what color would you be if you couldn't be your primary color you were in the season? Now, these are like human interactions, and that's the cool part of these kind of events where it's like an after party, it's like a dinner. You get to have these real moments like that. And I mean, I don't know the kid. I have no idea who that was. I don't know the dad. I don't know anything about them. But I tend to think in my little headcanon that that might be a moment still to remember years down the line once he gets older.
Right, right. And it also speaks on his character
Oh,
too, on what
he
kind of
is a
person he is
fantastic man. We had
and
him on our
stuff.
show 3 months ago, I think, and we spent an hour just chilling and talking to him about his career and likes and dislikes and different stories, and it was such a fun time. He's an amazing man.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, we had him at More Phenomenal last year. He actually came down with Jenna Frank
Yeah,
and
they're
Tammy
pretty
Frank.
close as a
Mhm.
family friend.
Yes. I didn't really get to talk to him too much because I was too busy running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
Got the head cut
Uh,
off, yo.
and Red Ranger Truck was the chauffeur, basically. There, he's always our chauffeur. He's become the chauffeur
Yeah.
of More Phenomenal.
I mean, with a truck like that, like how do you not like use that and have it involved with the event, especially taking Bleak to and from his hotel? He's like, "Hey man, can we stop by and get Raising Canes?" I'm like, "Bro, we can go everywhere you want, man. Let's go. Let's get some Raising Canes for you." So
And
I
what
thought
else
that's
did he
pretty cool.
ask you to get?
I mean, should I say?
Wasn't it Jameson? Doesn't he
Yeah,
always
so
ask for
it's
Jameson?
like we get into the trucks, like, all right, bro, we got to make one quick pit stop. I'm like, sure, man. Where do you want to go? We need to go to a liquor store. Sure. Let me Google Maps it. Gets in. We go over there. Come back out. It's got a bottle of Jameson. I'm like, all right, Saturday night's about to pop off tonight. And saw him at the club later on, and just see him getting his drink on. It was a pretty cool experience. It's like, okay, yeah, these rangers are more than just their rangers. Like they are human beings after all. To see your rangers that you grew up seeing and like living life like we would normally on any given weekend, I think it was a
Yeah.
pretty cool experience, at least in my
And
opinion.
that's kind of the thing that I want to stress to people listening to this podcast is when you meet the rangers, the heroes, your celebrity crush or whatever, you really try and connect beyond the medium of the TV show or the movie or whatever and really get to know them because they are such nice people if you give them a chance to be.
Exactly. I agree with that a lot.
No, yeah,
100%.
I totally agree. Like I said, that's like with Blake. You know what I mean? Like I said, I met him at Texas Comic Con, like 2015 or whatever. You know, and then we've always been cool since
Yeah.
then. You know what I mean? I just got off the phone with him the other day.
He's coming back, right?
So he's not coming for More Phenomenal. He's coming for Nostalgia
Okay.
Con this weekend. So he'll be at our booth helping us promote
Okay.
the
That's what I
show.
saw on your Instagram
Um,
earlier. Got it.
yeah, yeah, he will not be at More Phenomenal. He's just at Nostalgia Con to help promote. Like I said, we're trying to do it a little bit better, a little
Yeah.
bit bigger this year. That's why we got the Japanese actor to come out, and we're gonna have another one to announce soon as
Awesome.
well. So yeah,
Yeah,
believe
that's
me,
really awesome.
there's a lot of stuff going on, you know, and I could touch
Mhm.
base with y'all a little bit. So for next year, I am trying to do a Gokaiger reunion at More Phenomenal. So that's trying to be in the
Nathan, you're
works
gonna come
as
down here
well.
next year.
With that, um,
Hopefully.
but like I said, I I need the fandom to have our back. You
I
know,
mean,
like that's
To
really
show
what it
the
we
is.
interest that it's
Yeah,
there.
The
Yeah.
only
yeah. I don't want to bring all these guests out. You know, and it's not what they
yeah,
expected. You know what I mean? Um, like I said, I'm a little fish in a big pond when it
right.
comes to this. You know,
yeah,
uh,
that'll be kind of a
I don't have
challenge. Go ahead.
yeah, I don't have like the money like Power Morphicon or Ranger Stop. This is the first year we're actually charging tickets, and tickets are like $15. You know, since 2017 we have been
Wow. I
free
didn't know that about
admission.
y'all.
But yeah, yeah, we've
Free every
always
year.
every year we have been free admission. It was because we wanted the fans to meet their favorite
Yeah.
Ranger. You know, we didn't want them to have to pay at the door and then pay for an autograph. So it was like, don't worry about it.
So
You
let
know,
me ask you.
let Thefzilla pay for that hotel. Let him pay for that. You know, flight. And that was us giving
That's so
back to the
cool. So
community.
Just
go ahead, Nate.
I just wanted to say something about the Gokaiger
Go ahead.
reunion. That's all.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, if you would be able to get that Gokaiger reunion, that would actually be great because here's the thing: the guy who played Joe Gokai Blue, so I didn't say this when we did our Gokaiger podcast, Riz, because this wasn't really the case. But since we did our Gokaiger podcast, that actor, he's actually now gone on to become a pretty big one. Like he's had,
No, you're no, you're extremely right because that's what she said. She said Gokai Blue would be the
Yeah.
hardest one to get,
He's working.
but
yeah,
she
because
said
here's
if
the thing.
she said if we're not able to get him, that she would get the autographs of him
That'd be
and
awesome.
bring them, so you would at least have all the autographs of all the
No, but here's
Gokaijers
the thing.
she said.
If you got Gokai Blue, I would have absolutely no trouble convincing my wife to come there because my wife has watched because he's got like 2 or 3 shows on Netflix that my wife has binged, and like after one show, and if my wife is listening to this, I apologize in advance, baby. I'm not trying to make fun of you, but with that being said, like for like the next couple of days, like, you know, she was just saying like, "Oh, Yamada Yuki, kakoi ne," like that's him saying like, "Oh, he's so awesome." Like she wants to.
In the chat,
That
can
is
you
one
drop
actor.
the name of those shows so
What
I
was
can
that?
check them out?
Yeah.
Oh
In the,
yeah,
Yeah.
in
sure,
the
sure,
chat,
sure.
the private
Yeah,
chat.
yeah. I'll drop
Drop
it in
the
One
the
name so I
easy
can check them
one
out.
that's
chat.
relevant to us as tokusatsu fans. Godzilla minus
Mhm.
one, he was actually in that as a supporting character. Yeah.
He was?
Really? I saw that
Okay,
movie
do you
4
remember the kid?
times.
You remember the
Yeah,
kid?
right.
Yeah, I saw it 3. Hold on.
No,
The little
they
girl?
called him the
Yeah.
kid. He was
The
he was
kid.
on the crew on the tugboat that was going out.
Oh yeah, yeah. The kid. He was kind of like the
That
spectrum. I'm guessing.
I mean, he's not.
Him.
He had
Yeah,
like
because he
the
broke his
arm
arm at
sling.
some.
The arm sling,
The
right?
one that they
Yeah,
didn't let him go out there with.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
dude.
That was him?
Oh shit! Didn't even know
How did I
that.
No, I'm
catch
not. I
that? You're
swear
lying.
on everything good in this world.
Uh,
Yeah,
he was
because
good in that too. I liked him too.
we did a
That's a good character.
we did a
Wow, hey,
podcast
kid.
on Godzilla minus one when it came out with another guest podcaster, and in our preparation for that podcast, I was looking at the actors. I was like, wait, that's Gokai Blue. Dear God.
He did kind of strike me from. I couldn't put my finger on him. But
Yeah,
I
so I
legit didn't
mean,
even know that was him.
he's
Yeah, it's
and that movie's incredible. I know Nate hasn't seen it yet, but that movie is
Oh, fantastic! I don't really go to theaters for repeats, but that one I just had to. Like it's even if you're not really like a kaiju fan or Godzilla fan,
that was
like it's
my
just a good movie.
Yeah. I didn't like it in black and white though. It
really.
wasn't as good
It
in black and white. Yeah, I
That's
didn't like it
I
that
needed
interesting. I
to
much in
see
loved
it in
black
it,
and
black and
white.
white.
but
Muff, would you say your socks were knocked off when you found out that was Gokai Blue?
Just as much as it's gonna be for everyone else when they find out the
I
next
mean,
announcement.
my socks were knocked off that day because I was indeed wearing socks to the theaters.
yeah, it's kind of a like according to my wife. My wife is from Japan, by the way. Like
Oh, nice.
according to my wife, like it's very common for like the Kamen Rider actors to get really big after Kamen
Big.
Rider.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like a lot of them
But
are
not the
huge actors.
Sentai,
In
right?
fact, the guy who played Philip in Kamen Rider Double is like probably like one of the biggest actors in Japan right now. But it's
Oh
not
wow,
it's
okay.
not as common in Sentai, but it happens every once in a while. Like the guy who played Takeru in Shinkenger, he's really big. He actually has some of his shows on Netflix too. I think some other ones that she mentioned were the guy who played Alata Gosei Red. He's not as big, but he's kind of big. Probably the biggest Sentai actor
In
in
the
Japan.
States. Oh, okay.
In Japan, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Probably the biggest actor. He's actually a huge actor in Japan right now. From Sentai, would be Ryusei Yokohama. He played Hikari Tokyo Yongo, the guy who's green by default in a Tokyuger. Yeah, the Green Ranger in Tokyuger.
Dude, that
Okay.
bugs me out. Like we never got
Oh,
Tokyuger.
so
Yeah, I know.
Too.
have you guys heard of a little fan project called Power Rangers Rail Riders?
Yes, actually, I saw that.
Yep.
It's on YouTube.
We
I
are
like it to be. I like
we are
it actually.
we are really good friends with the guys who run it, Zenith Media, and yeah, they knocked it out the park. I cannot stop promoting them on any podcast we do. This is probably my 5th time I bring them up outside of a Rail Rider podcast.
No, like I actually like, it was done pretty decent to be honest with you. I think that first one they were like in a park. It was a parking garage.
That
I
was the second
think
one.
from what I remember, or no? Okay, that was the second one.
Yeah.
So I saw it and I was like, hey, that wasn't too bad because I've seen some and you're just like, ugh, they butchered that, but that one was
No,
pretty
the thing I
good.
love about them, and that's getting off on a tangent, but I just love the fact that they were able to match the Sentai footage to what they had locally in their hometown, because they didn't
Yeah, that
travel
part
too
tripped me
far for this
out.
stuff. They
That yeah,
didn't
that they
go
would.
like flying all over the country to get these shots. They were local to their little home city.
And put it like
Yeah.
together. That's pretty cool, actually. Tell them to reach out to us too. I don't mind sharing their stuff on
Oh
our
yeah,
social
definitely.
media as
I'll
well.
let them know.
I support everybody,
Yeah.
I supported the Jam Rangers, I supported the Immortal Red Fox,
That was a good
Guy
costume.
Guy Gairu Ranger also, that was a comic book, and that guy
Mhm.
was local. So it was basically Lotaria with Kamen Rider.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I remember
it
that
was
one.
more like it was more
Yeah.
of a comedy though. So that one was pretty good as well. So like I support all the local stuff, all
Yeah.
the indie
Yeah, Nathan
stuff,
and I have been looking at bringing on some more of the indie stuff into our content list for Toku Secrets, and so far we've
Nice.
done the Power Rangers audio drama by Carl Dutton, which, if you haven't heard it, what are you doing with your lives? Because,
I
dear
haven't.
God. It's
Like I
That is
said,
one
send
for
it to me
sure.
and
you
I
you
will
you
listen
have
or I would
you
watch
have to
it. You
listen.
just got
It's
to
a
send it
retelling
to
of
me.
Mighty Morphin, but it's
Okay.
splicing elements of Mighty Morphin, the 95 movie, the 2017 movie, Zyuranger, and some stuff from Boom Studios, with a much more mature theme where things are much more real. Like, these guys actually deal with post-traumatic stress disorder from Megazord battles destroying a city.
Nice. I
Oh
just
wow,
I
okay,
just
that's
shared
interesting.
another one the other day and it was like Mighty Morphin, but it was like in the 1950s. And the way that they did that one,
Oh, that one
that
was
one
Yeah,
was
you
cool.
gotta
that
send me
That
was
one was
that.
cool.
cool.
But yeah, so before I get too
Yeah.
far off on the tangent wheel here, because I'm really well known for that sometimes, um, I do want to ask you
Okay.
guys. So, as a fellow convention goer, one thing I look at, and maybe I'm weird for looking at it this way, but I like to know the size of a convention historically before I go to it. So that way I can kind of prepare myself, because I'm a bit of an introvert for those that can't figure it out. Um, and so, if it's a small convention like 5,000 people, that's cool. I'm also cool with like 25,000. So, kind of wondering, what is your attendance like?
Oh my god, the golden question. That is such the hardest question for us to ask. Like to tell because More Phenomenal was in a mall. So it's called Wonderland of the Americas. It's a mall, and we would fill the whole bottom floor of the mall with vendors, artists. We had panels, we had, rap, we had dancing, we had everything a convention has, all in there. So it was just extremely hard because it was free admission. We were never
Yeah,
keeping count of the attendance. So like everybody always like, "What's your attendance like?" I was like, "I don't know. I cannot
right.
tell you." You know what I mean? It's just like, but every guest that I've had, they've left happy. They left with some bags of money. I've not had one guest not make their guarantee. Everybody makes their guarantee and more and has a great
Awesome.
time.
So,
So, like I said, I cannot tell you, give you an answer for
no, that's
attendance. It's so
fair,
hard.
and that's something I hadn't considered. Given you did mention earlier that you had a free model convention, which honestly, that's a rarity nowadays. I only know of one other free convention in Texas, and that's NerdCon in Mount Bellevue, a little bit outside of Houston. They're completely free. They're
Hmm.
sponsored by the municipality of their area, and they do a fantastic job knocking out the park every year as well.
Oh, we're not sponsored by nobody. It's we are a fan driven
And
uh
see, that's what makes you guys
convention.
even cooler,
Like
is
I said,
because you guys are fans doing this for fans as a labor of love. There's no hidden agenda with y'all that I can figure out. Like this is purely you guys are nerds and you want to spread the love.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I
Been
tell
a mission
everybody,
since day one.
So like I started a group called Texas Power Rangers a long time ago. That's where I met Muffin, that Love Muffin. He's become one of my best friends. My other best friend, his name's Paul. I met him in a Power Ranger group. My other best friend, Janicki, met him in a Power Ranger group. These are all my best friends that I talk to on a daily and I see all the time. And we all met through Power Rangers.
I've been in that group for like 2 years
also
now.
And it's died and it sucks. I try to post in there as much as possible, but it's dead. So I think I'm
once we morphed it to the Morphinominal side of things, that's kind of
we kind of got out of the group. I met Red Ranger Truck through Power Rangers, but his cousin was like my best friend. And it's like I said, we have no hidden agenda. This is fans for the fans by the fans. Yeah, that's the helmet that I painted for him years ago.
So I don't,
because we used to cosplay as a group, so he helped me out with like upgrading my janky like Halloween costume into something like
that's awesome,
pretty damn cool.
So I don't suppose you guys had like a dealer's room or a vendor's type of area.
Yeah, we had a vendor area. That whole mall was a vendor area.
The bottom part of the mall was just vendors.
It was
wall
like
to wall.
It was like dude, we would get like 60 to 70 vendors,
Easy.
artists, handcrafts, everything
awesome.
you can think of. We have like whatever you find at a big convention, we had it. You know what I mean?
So I don't have too many other questions on the convention. I mean, you guys have done a fantastic job letting us know, one, the spirit of the convention, two, kind of your model of how the convention works, what can we expect, and the guest list as it is right now. I'm looking forward to meeting your overseas guest, and I'm really curious on which of the zyurangers you guys are managing to bring beyond Pink. I have my theories, but
Sound off in the comments and on their Spotify. Give them a 5-star review on Spotify and comment who you think
definitely comment in the YouTube video.
I mean,
if somebody
Rangers.
Yeah, you only got 6
Well,
options,
you have
bro.
5
So
now.
somebody has to get it.
It's gonna be what true.
Yeah, 5. He's true, right?
And I've already put in my guess. If you hadn't already figured it out,
That's a 20% chance of getting it right.
Let me see. Where is it in the comments? I don't see it in the comments.
I don't see the comment.
I will comment on my own video when I post it there.
There you go.
Post it in the comments right here, and I'll give you a double wink if you're right.
By the way, for the audio listeners at home, if there's when I lifted up the helmet, it was a Zyuranger Black. So could that be a hint? I don't know. Just let us know. Let us know what your conspiracy theories are.
It could be blue. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm just gonna throw a little switcheroo.
Could be pink for all I know. You can't go wrong if you pick pink.
If you can keep a secret and promise not to tell a word, then
I'm not gonna say a word.
Off the air.
I'll tell you off air then.
Awesome.
Yeah, but like I said, fans by the fans. I don't got no corporate sponsors. I'm keeping tickets super cheap, $10-15. You can't beat that. Come hang out with some friends, make some friends. Hang out. Just come hang out.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying my best to give the fandom what they want. You know what I mean? And for years it was like, where's Mighty Morphin? Where's Mighty Morphin? So here's your Mighty Morphin this year. I also try to reach out to Charlie that played Yellow mmpr in Once and for Always.
She was in San Antonio for the eclipse, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, we saw that.
It was funny because she was in San Antonio for the eclipse, and I was in Austin, dropping somebody's Tesla off to them.
What?
Lame.
We should have been like, oh, we could have ran up there and just spoke face to face.
I've been trying to I've been trying to get her to
It
do an
wasn't meant
interview
to
with
be.
us for a couple of months now. I have not had too much luck yet.
Have you got any word
Not
or
yet.
any reply back? Okay. I also reached out to David Yost. He said he was
Yeah.
booked as well. I was gonna reach out to Walter, but he's gonna be here next weekend, so
This weekend.
there was no this weekend there's no point in doing
For
that.
Nostalgic Con. Yeah.
Johnny Young Bosch was here for San Japan a couple of weeks ago, so there's no point in Johnny Young Bosch.
Wait,
Yes, there
San
is.
Japan just happened?
Or no, he was here
It could-
for YumiCon or
I think it
one
was
of these
San Japan,
conventions.
YumiCon, something like that.
YumiCon or
Look,
something
I'm
like
just
that.
gonna
He
say it
was
right
here.
now. I get confused at San Antonio Convention because there's too many of y'all. But y'all are the coldest one.
Dude,
That's fair. That is
There's a
extremely
lot.
fair.
I
No,
really
that's
agree
valid.
with you.
Like, I get ads for San Antonio conventions while in Houston, and I'm like, dude, I can't even keep up with the Houston cons anymore. Like, we have cons every weekend.
Yeah, no. Like I said, all I ask the fans is to share, if they really want that dinner, it helps
Yeah.
us out, Flights from Japan are not cheap. The VIP package is going to be pretty nice. Our exclusive shirt is it's awesome, like hands down. I love it. And we're gonna have a bunch of other little stuff. We're gonna also raffle off like a Lightning Collection Pink Ranger helmet that's gonna have both autographs from Catherine and the Zyuranger Pink on there. So we
You know
got
what
some
would be really
stuff going.
sick? If
We
y'all
really
could
do.
get, like, a line going for Kat and Reika to be in a photo with the whoever fans are there. Like a combo.
I could honestly, I'll reach out to Catherine and I'll reach out to her and see what they want to do. Like I said, I'm for the fans. If y'all want it, I'll do it. You know what I mean?
Because
Yeah, let us
normally
know.
you
We'll
would
do
see
what we
that kind of
can.
photo. I don't think it's ever happened so far because I don't think Amy Jo Johnson and Reika have been in the same place at the same time. But when we had like
No,
Becky
no.
and Austin St. John, we had that photo happen. So I think even if
Yeah.
we get the second Pink Ranger, that's still pretty lit to me.
Yeah,
You hear
I
that, Red
agree.
Ranger truck? You need to message Catherine and see how she would want to do that, and we
Huh?
can make it happen.
I'm going through a tunnel right now. Hold on, I'm losing reception all of a sudden. No, I got it.
Wait, you're in Texas. You don't have tunnels here.
Yeah, like I said, yeah,
Oh,
we
oh,
don't
my
even
bad.
have subways or anything, bro. Come on.
Okay, y'all
Yeah,
talk
well,
through.
yeah,
Y'all talk
there's
through
like
me.
one
My
on the
bad.
street. They make bad sandwiches, but we got Subways. Don't be a liar.
Like you guys asked for Super Sentai, and I pulled the trigger. I would always get Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider. I'm like, okay, like, all right, let's make it happen. And I pulled the trigger. So let's go, Texas. Let's make it happen. And if it works out good, we'll continue to keep working with Toku Spirit, and it'll be a common thing in Texas with more phenomenal in them.
And that's just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for coming on the air, hanging out with us, letting us know what you guys are all about. And I will make every effort to come out there and hang out with y'all for the weekend because I think this is a fantastic opportunity for the Texas community to have this.
Yeah, and I can't.
We also have
man, and we look forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah, we also have Toku Thursday as well. That's something we also started here in
I
San
was going to ask y'all
Antonio.
about that, and I forgot.
And I could say, sorry.
Yeah, go for it. Ask us
Toku
about it.
Thursday. I saw photos, I think, on Instagram for that. Tell me more about it.
Mm-hmm. So basically, I wanted to do something to introduce people to it. So me and that Love Muffin, we were labbing together, throwing ideas, and we were just like, hey, how about we do a small event once a month, once every other month, and we show, Toku stuff, So what did we show at the first one?
Like the first few episodes of Boon Boonger and then the superhero Tizen movie.
Yeah, we showed
which
that.
one
It was
was.
just basically which one was
That was
it?
the Gokaidra one where the Kamen Riders are,
Is it
where Gokai Red starts trying to destroy all the riders?
Oh, okay, yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. That one was real cool.
So basically, it was a screening room, and there was food, drinks. Everybody hung out. We did giveaways. We gave away prizes. Um, and it was just
Real fun
basically
night,
like, yeah,
actually.
it was actually. I actually had an awesome time doing it, but it was just to introduce people to it who didn't know, or just so we all could hang out and be together.
And we're trying to keep it monthly, so
Yeah.
our second one's on the way on
Yeah.
the 30th this
Yeah,
this
May
month, right?
30th. Yes. And we're gonna show
Oh,
King Oger on that one. We're gonna show the first 4 episodes of that as well.
That's such a great
Good.
Sentai.
Good, because King Oger is awesome.
Yeah, dude, I've seen up to episode 15, I think, right now.
Oh,
And
you
I
missed
love
so
all of
much,
it.
dude. You got to keep going. It's so awesome.
See, everybody says it's really. I haven't had a chance to start it, but I'm excited. Everyone keeps praising it.
Check out our podcast reviews on the episode batches that we did. There's some fun stuff in there.
Okay.
That'd be a cool
Yeah, we've
companion
seen
piece,
her
actually.
season already.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah, this new
oh,
Reiwa
awesome.
era, this new Reiwa era in Japan, it's a great time. It is a great time to be
Dude,
a Sentai fan. In all honesty,
I cannot
because
Oh,
tell
yeah.
one
you.
series after the other just keeps being awesome.
So, when I saw the Boon Boonzer suits before the first episode premiered, I'll be honest with everyone, I thought it was going to be terrible, but I am in love with this season. It is so awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen the first 5 episodes so far, and like I said, it has me because like I was a big fan of Kamen Rider Drive, so this one this
Oh, Kamen Rider
cars.
Drive
It's
is
kind of
awesome.
yeah. So this is kind of my
Yeah, I'm
thing
on
right now.
episode 9, I think, or 10.
So I'm liking it. Okay, so I
Yeah.
need to download some.
Yeah, and I keep saying this in our podcast, like I don't mind the suits as much as some other people, because here's the thing. I survived 53 episodes of Battle Fever J, so there's not a Sentai suit in the world that can scar my eyes now.
So, one fun fact for you guys. My bro and co-host here, Nathan, has seen every Sentai from Go Ranger all the way to Zyurangers.
Yep.
Wow.
Plus
King
King
Oger.
Oger.
So where are you? How are you watching? Where are you watching them at? That's what I want to know. I'm having a hard time.
We'll tell
Sometimes
you
I find
offline.
the files, but then some. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Perfect.
But please note that like a good chunk of those Sentais are ones that I watched way back, like when I was in like 10 years ago, when like there were a bunch of when like all the Sentais were uploaded to Facebook, and that page is just completely dead now.
And
so.
YouTube too.
Really,
before they took
that's
them.
the page I used to watch them on, and then I tried doing
Mhm,
that
mhm.
in the Texas Power Ranger group, but it was just such a hassle trying to like upload them and keep uploading them, and then I would get like discouraged because people weren't watching them, and I'm like, I'm trying to do y'all a service.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm trying to have seen everything by our 200th episode, so I can do this special where I might do an Ethereum on all the Sentais, and Riz is just going to be there just trolling like, "Oh, come on, Nathan, you got to put Battle Fever J on like the S tier or something like that." So, because that's totally
No, the only argument you're going to get from me is if you don't put a certain red at the very, 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 very bottom of that list.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
bottom. Okay.
then you're going to reach through the laptop and punch me in the face.
No, I will fly to Atlanta to punch you in the face. I know where you
okay.
live.
That's not
No big deal.
Go. I'm here for it.
Oh, I'm curious now.
It's Geki Red. I cannot stand
Which
that
is?
guy. I cannot stand
Oh,
him.
Geki Red? I'll kind of agree with that one. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought you said go on Red for a
No,
second,
no.
then we were going to have to fight ourselves.
No, Go on Red is
No.
awesome. I'll go to my grave.
I love Go on Red.
So
It's my series,
these guys
man. Look,
on our podcast told me Geki Red would be a good time,
that's my
and
bag.
I was naive enough to believe them. And I don't even think I lost the first 10 episodes, Nathan, before I started raging on it.
Okay, I keep saying in my defense, first of all, it was Anthony's idea to review that Sentai, and in my defense, I was a dumb 20-year-old college student when I watched Geki Ranger, so I have some excuse.
I don't know what that meant. I will never let y'all live it down. But yeah, go ahead, Nate.
Again, I did want to say this, Riz, come, saying he was going to go and, hang out at, your con, and I'll definitely try my best to try to come down there at least, once, every couple of years, because, I'm not sure, okay, well, if you guys get the whole Go-Kaiser, if you do this Go-Kaiser reunion, then I'll definitely be able to convince my wife to come down, but, with, some of the traveling stuff, and, my wife and I having to go to
Right,
Japan, it's going to be difficult, but I'll definitely try to come down there at least one year, because it seems like an awesome experience, and I definitely want to show my support. And flying down to Texas is a lot easier than flying down to California. So
Oh my
I guess I gotta go to MomoCon in a couple of weeks then, just so I can go meet Captain Marvelous.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be awesome. If you're down, just hit me up, and we can hang out if you want.
Oh yeah, dude, I would need somebody to show me around.
Nathan's a good
to be
tour
honest
guide.
with you. I've never. Awesome. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to add you on social media as well.
He introduced me to a really awesome hibachi restaurant last time I was there.
Oh yeah,
that's what I
So,
like to hear right
yeah.
there.
But yeah, I think Nate, unless you have anything else to ask, we can sign off.
Yeah, I had nothing else. So, but yeah, all the people listening, more Phenomenal taking place at the Deco Event Center in San Antonio, Texas, from August 10th to 11th of this year of 2024. If you guys are in the area, or if you just are able to go to some other Toku convention, definitely hit it up. Definitely sounds like it's going to be awesome, and definitely show these guys, who independently come together to make these conventions for you guys possible. Definitely show them your support so that they can, keep this going for as long as they possibly can. We thank these three lovely guys for joining us on our podcast, and who knows? Hopefully, at some point we could have them on again to, do some catching up. But we'll definitely keep in touch with these guys, and we so definitely look forward to that convention, and we look forward to possibly having these guys on at some point. But with that said, we are the Toku Seekers podcast, and we will see you guys next time when we continue our review series, whether it be Boom Boomger or Gingaman. Until that time, though, bye for now. If you enjoyed listening to the Toku Secrets podcast, please check us out at animesecrets.org and follow us on all our social media pages such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And also feel free to check out our other podcasts, including Anime Declassified and the Jedi Squadron. You can also leave us any feedback you'd like to offer us directly on our website. If you're listening to this on Spotify or iTunes, we thank you so much, and please leave us a rating out of 5 stars. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel if you're not already subscribed, and leave any comments down below, as we love to take the time to read comments left on our channel and give our fans, shout-outs. If you have any seasons of Super Sentai, Power Rangers, or other tokusatsu shows that you'd like for us to check out, please don't hesitate to say so in your feedback. With all that said, we thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our podcast, and we will see you next time as we continue our never-ending journey through the world of tokusatsu. But until that time, you all stay safe, we love you, and may the power protect you.